What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. We're getting videos out a little bit late today, but we're starting it off with Fall of the House of X. This will be issue number 5. It will also be closing out this storyline. Everything moving forward will be taking place in Rise of the Powers of X and Uncanny X-Men issue number 700. This issue right here, though, this is the battle against Nimrod. The final confrontation. Orchis has been brought down to its knees. Sentinel City has been destroyed, but Nimrod has ran the battle simulations a million times over. He has played this scenario out every single time in ones and zeros. He knows the outcome. This is the day that somebody dies. So, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so we're jumping right into the fray. We have Nimrod giving Wolverine one heck of a beatdown. Even though Sentinel City has been destroyed, Nimrod is holding out that there is still a chance. That they have only prolonged the inevitable. That it will now be a much darker and much brutal time moving forward. We also cannot forget that Nimrod is in multiple places at one time. Multiple bodies fighting the X-Men all over the place. From New York City to Washington, D.C., but they all work as one unit, fighting against Wolverine, Emma Frost in another place, Polaris in another, and then joined by Magneto. He lets Nimrod know that this is the day he's going down. That he had underestimated him before, but he won't make that mistake again. As they prepare for their attack, we have Synch using the powers of Sunfire to try and soften up Nimrod, and then Emma Frost trying to knock his armor loose. And though they fight against him, he cannot understand why they would continue. In his mind, he won this months ago, as we pick up with Nightcrawler and Cyclops. As they get out of the wreckage of Sentinel City, Nightcrawler has to teleport away to go and save Colossus, who is flying through space. Nimrod hit him so hard that he went up into outer space and he kept going, with Psylocke having a small little eye on him, barely able to see him. Nightcrawler is able to go save him, and Cyclops faces off against Nimrod. Meanwhile, when we pick up with Omega Sentinel, her party is getting crashed by Rogue and Psylocke. With Omega Sentinel so focused on Rogue, she never saw Psylocke coming in from behind her and using her dagger, piercing through the mind of the machine. She thought that this would kill her, but it didn't. All it did was destroy the machine part of her, the AI. The only thing that is left over is what was once human, with them deciding to leave her in her agony, dealing with the pain of everything that she has done, drowning in the sorrow, the regret. The part of her brain that was Karima had been partitioned away for so very long, taking us back over to Cyclops and Nimrod, with Magic knocked unconscious, Eden as well. We see Cyclops use his blast and hit Nimrod. In every one of those endless simulations which came to the end of the X-Gene, Cyclops was the Omega Mutant, the last one standing. His gift had the ability to crack Nimrod's armor, but Nimrod had been learning, grabbing hold of Cyclops. He tells him that he is the toughest of all of them, and he's not sure if he's going to see him in what they would consider a next life. But if there is one, Nimrod will follow him. He will hunt him down in any and every life. As we see each of the Nimrods holding on to one of the X-Men, Synch, Emma Frost, Polaris, Magneto, and Cyclops, getting ready to break their necks. This is where we have the arrival of the goddess herself. Storm comes in with her lightning bolt and she hits Nimrod. A billion calculations only to be wrong about the last X-Men standing. This is the most humanity that Nimrod would ever achieve. This affecting every one of the duplicate Nimrods. A flaw that he did not perceive. Being able to exist and think across vast distances requires a lot of data and power. This is something that Storm really manipulated and exploited. So all of the Nimrods currently are feeling that electrical flow through their body, disabling them, putting them down, but they have yet to fully go down. So this is where Polaris and Magneto, they use their powers together and they help out the goddess. As Storm prepares to put down Nimrod, we see that Storm is trying to show some kind of mercy to him. She tells him that if you stop fighting right now, this war, it ends. If the X-Men stop fighting, they die. That this is the huge difference between the two of them. As they battle and Storm uses lightning bolts to take him on, Cyclops is able to crack open his armor. This is when the goddess commands the lightning and forces it into Nimrod's body, unwilling to yield. Sync reaches out and uses Storm's power, helping her out as well. Magneto and Polaris creating a magnetic field. The storm that Nimrod had faced even wiped out all of his duplicates, including all of the ones that were hidden away from combat. Nimrod's last words, "You vermin will follow me into the abyss." With the battle being won and the X-Men gathering everybody together, they prepare to get out of here, with Prodigy asking the universe to open up and teleport them away. All of the X-Men get out of here, except along the way, Eden and Scott get grabbed up. Eden, not knowing where they are, what is going on, he looks up and what he sees is Lactuca greeting little brother. Lactuca had taken them away from the threat that is currently happening, the threat of Enigma. If Enigma looks in their direction, the only thing that they will see is the void of the cosmos. They would be unable to see Lactuca, Eden, Scott, or anybody else, at least within the vicinity of Lactuca. And Eden knows that if she is here, they are in good hands. But the universe is on a precipice, and Scott Summers' heart, that will tip the scales away from death and towards life. This is where our heroes pick up on Krakoa. Krakoa's still alive, and all thanks to Apocalypse. He informs them that the island was in hibernation, but it will now welcome all of their energies here. Before they go off and celebrate, Scott takes a moment. Not sure if Jean can hear him, but he reaches out. He lets her know that they've taken care of Orcus. They broke everything. Nimrod is gone, but they need her to rise again. All of it always goes back to Nathaniel Essex. He is out there threatening all of them. Lactuca had told him that his heart will save all of them, but he gave his heart to Jean Grey. He now hopes that love will save them. He knows that she can't reply, but he hopes that she can hear him. He tells her to come back and to bring the fire. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely a fun and interesting way to deal with Nimrod. Now, in the Sins of Sinister timeline, we saw a few variations of how this could go down. This is definitely on the more extreme aspect of things. But we do have multiple Nimrods here, duplicates all over the place, really at the same power level as one another. Their only flaw is that they are all connected. This connection allowed Storm to fry not just one, but all of them. But we got to see our heroes shine bright, working in unison, working as a circuit, taking down Nimrods all over the globe. And so the battle has been won. Orcus has been defeated. The Stark Sentinels have fallen from the sky. And while they celebrate this victory, the Great War is on the horizon. The war for everything in existence. The war for everything that would matter. The only weapon that is out there that could help them, that is the Phoenix. Hope Summers just recently sacrificing herself, becoming what she was born to always be. Fathered by the Phoenix through Jean Grey, she became the Messiah she was prophesied to be. The next battle will be the Phoenix versus Enigma. So let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories if you want to get caught up on everything going on with this era of X-Men. Check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.